And I've explained to you that gate is a symbolic language. It's a typology that we use to explain things. And I want all of you to understand that if you understand the dynamics of how God operates by using the human as a tool, it gives you a limitless lifestyle. Most of us, we have a very colloquial perception about God. We believe that God can do anything without any. Yes, all of us believe that. But you have to understand that God does not exempt human element in his operations. Now, as I was sharing with you before I journeyed, I shared with you about some of the things that you have to abstain from in order for you to have access to human doors. Because human beings, as I already explained to you, are complicated beings. And so if you know the dynamics of how human beings are meant to operate, it helps you to have a limited access to people. It is believed that you can reach any human being on earth by using about 4 people. I shared with you that Saddam Hussein, at the point of his peak when he was in conflicting with the Western world, the only person that could break the protocol to enter there was Kofi Annan. What I'm going to share with you, most churches don't talk about. But it is the key. This is what we call paralyzing factor. Why are we Christians? And at times we struggle to help support. Now let me make this statement to you. If you look at the church is the most wealthy body in the whole world. It has everything: money, wealth, talent, wisdom, knowledge, views, dreams, opinions, so forth. The church has it all. But why we lack? You see, as a church, if you look at it, the church were not supposed to even borrow from outside. We are not supposed to depend on the banks. But why are we not having the help? Why don't we have the joy to help each other? Why can't we use people that will in turn becomes the tool of God to supply us? No, I didn't think because Jesus said, I'm the door. Whoever goes through me, will have things behind the door. So what paralyzes people of not opening themselves up to you? There's something we call the offense. No. Something we call offense. And we don't talk in church. Let me read this, then you will get to understand. Everybody be on your feet. Luke chapter 17, verse 1 to 5.
Luke angoma tidu nson.
This thing we don't talk in churches today.
Nyoma we yentan kan wasem wasori.
But the reason why a lot of people are also stopping doing things is based on this thing. This paralyzes your access to people.
Thank you. Lucas and Patidun song Chichemuba Kosi enum. Na okatre ne suafo ne se edane dia sintidia to beba de. Na so de nam de so beba no enue.
But de ne beba
sintidia to.
Medase to aso. Na de nam no so beba onye de bai.
Onue
to aso ba me.
Anka eyema ne se ode awiammo ekekere ne kom ekoto ne twene apum. Sene se obeto enkitoa mu baako sintidua. Miensa no ose monhwe mo ho yie na se wonu afom a kananim na so sakira na adwena fafiri no na se ofom mprenson dakoro na osan ba wonche mprenson ekase masakira ma adwena a fafiri no na asomafo no se awurade se to yengidiem
Medas. But your tree castle, they haven't finished in today. Also, we use in church, we use in the tree Bible, but most people don't understand. What is in today? Now, before I come to that, we see when you go to the English grammar, when we use the word offense, it's two words, but different spellings, but they don't mean the same. We have offense, which is OFFENCE. That is what the police people used, the law people used. That's what we call offense. OFFENCE. Please, can you do that for me? Can you put that? We call that one offense. We pronounce the same. Then we have the other one, OFFENSE. That one also is pronounced offense, but they are not the same.
Aprofuka semno mo nsemfo amenu a eye ade se de esi kanu no ejijim adekro nanso ni nkiremu no ekire enwoma mienu enso ka de a nyina akire ka asempro na.
Good. Now when we have offense, the first one is the police people use that one.
Ye dikande aposifo neta edidi djuma.
The legal people use that one.
Emranimfo neta edidi djuma.
And when we use the word offense, it means somebody who has broke a particular law. And so we say that person is, that's the word they use. Good. But when you use the word, the second one, offense, the second one, no. It doesn't mean the same definition of the first one, but the spelling, the pronunciation is the same. The second one means somebody who does things to upset somebody. Somebody who betray other person's trust that is given to him. Thank you. Somebody who just take advantage on somebody's leniency. May that say. Somebody who takes advantage on the fact that somebody has a heart towards them. May that say. No, they will need to choose form. That's what we call the second one. So the first one is a legal term, offense. Offense has to do with breaking, doing something that is a crime against the law. So when we have traffic offense, we have we have domestic offense, we have this offense, we have so many offenses. So when you go to a police station, before they write your statement, they have to know the offense in which you have committed. But that offense has nothing to do with the first one. The second one is the first one. That is the legal term. But the second one is something, a moral virtue, which we do, a practices that makes people regret of doing a benevolence towards their fellow human beings.
Na de dikan no emranimfo ne aposifo ne tade di dwumanti se ukọ aposifo aso ya ansana ye betwere wanum asam ne ye bisa se de mrabe na nipa na buso ne atwere de dikan ne wa pampamu ansana ya twere de wo ye no agu ase na eno ne de tosomienu no se ewodi mu de na su ni nkiremu no edanso de tosomienu ne ye dada abrabomu eniya yeya etia nipa ayeye de fom nipa ma nipa enu no ho se wo ye obi papa anase wo gogo no ho edema nipa.
Yeah. And the most controversial thing about this subject is that the Bible used the way that this thing is a must. This thing shall happen. This is part of us. But he said that woe unto the person that will be used to create this offense against brothers in the house of God.
Na etinye kakra na twitwi kakra wo ho awotwerim ne se twene se eye den anase eye etwa se sintidua to eba nanso wo se de benam ne so amasa sintidua ebeba ana obetu ni nua sintidua no wonnue.
Please, 1 Corinthians 10:32.
Korinto fong me dikan etidu.
I want everybody to follow me closely today. You see, because churches don't talk about these things. But this is a killer. Because human beings are meant to be doors, which others are supposed to access through. But because of these various, it is not helping that function to be activated the way it's supposed to be. Please read the key. Let them hear from 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse number 32. Now watch this. He said, give none offense. Watch this. Neither to the Jew, nor to the Gentile, nor to the church of God. Don't engage in social practices, moral practices, character practices, behavioral practices, which brings offense to the brothers, to others. When you do that, you are closing your own doors. So please watch this very closely. Because most of us, you see, because we are Christians, we take things in just face value. At your workplace, family, church, in your environment, society. These are the viruses that close some doors to other people. Because they are social vices which cripple people's emotions to open up. Please, we are not angels. Please, we are Christians, but we are not angels. We can choose to forgive, forget. We can choose to forgive, but not forget. There are people, when you do something to hurt their feeling, they will forgive you, but they will never forget. Please give me Proverbs 18:19. Now please watch this. You see, I have traveled extensively ministering to people. I've met different people, different nationalities, and different circumstances. But my experience with people has come to my notice that it doesn't matter how promising you may be in the sight of God. If you don't have the human chemistry, you will never maximize what God has given to you. There are some of you here today. You trusted some people so much and they have let you down so much that now you are very fearful to give even 1/10 of that trust to any human being in your life because of your past experience. And yet you are a Christian. Now watch this. Proverbs 18:19. What does it say over there? A brother, watch this. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city. And their contentions are like the bars of castle. Also, of you use the word of but the English word here is offended. Offended is not from so per se. Offended is when somebody has done something to hurt somebody's feeling. Obi ya de ama atia obi natinka owo edema asofo. Pachuti man kani. Osofo bi ni obi edi agro na wa yidi na fa kwa bisu na ndipa no natinka has been offended until it goes against everybody that is osofo. I'm going to tell you some things here today. Obi ayade na go against a ma oba bi the bema bi afa kwa bisu na wa betray bema bi ne trash. And so bon say or they are from mine. And he used the word that also Sandy Pano to turn him, it's difficult like a strong city. And also their contentions. It's like the bars of iron or castle. Jobi owa unini kasebi osi mema Christopher asofo sa. Chanipa mi ensana ka cheni se. So wane. Kasachina ni patre.
Wahane.
Please sit down like a champion. Don't forget, this is the continuation of things you should try to avoid so that humans that God has positioned them as gates for you will continue open themselves up for you. You see, Jesus spoke to a guy. A guy came to Jesus and said, I don't have much time, but let me briefly give you some background information about what causes offense in our lives. Syntidia to a tree crown, we can say. When we use the word it's syntidia. Okay, Jesus, a young man came to Jesus and he said, how can I inherit the kingdom of God? And Jesus said, haven't you heard about the law of Moses? And he said, I have kept them since my youth. And he said, that's a very good thing. That's a good foundation. He said, the next thing you need to do to move into the next level, go and sell everything you have, give to the poor, come and follow me. And then the moment Jesus said that, the Bible said the man left very offended, because the Bible used the word he had so much possessions. And so Jesus touched something he loved and he was not ready to lose it. So he became very offended.
Abema bi anabrante bi ba Yesu ho no ka chense owura na ye den no metimi akosoro ahemam na Yesu ka chense onti Mose mra na mra nsem du no di so a because o ma ye ni nyina firi nkola abrem na Yesu ka chense na akawa de baako oton ahode nyina akochema ehiafo na twere ne se bra Yesu ka asasem no papa ne kro no na atune sintidua na ne kra boto esanse na o ahode bebre.
Okay, now watch this.
Why
was he offended? Now Jesus used a statement that blessed is he that will not be offended by me.
Yesu ka semi was inshira ne de make nipa de make entuni sintidua.
Okay, now everybody watch here. That word that Jesus used, blessed is he that will not be offended by me. In our contemporary language, this is how somebody will put it. He will say that I didn't mean to offend you. That's what Jesus said. Which means, but what he's doing is very offensive. But he wants you to know that his motive is not to offend you. So he will use the word that I did not mean to offend you. But what he said also is very offensive. But he's trying to let you know his motive. Okay, so that's what Jesus used that word. He said, blessed is he that will not be offended by me. Which means what Jesus was doing and saying at that time is very offensive. Yet, his motive was not just to deliberately offend them, but if by virtue of their own inability to adjust, they take offense, that is their business. And I'm coming to explain that into you, because nobody can live a life without offending somebody. And offenses are bound to come. So how can we differentiate the two? For instance, in a church, me, I offend a lot of people. Why do I do that? Now listen, now watch this. You see, there are people who come to church and they are not ready for certain truth. And so when you tell them that truth, there are people who will be with you, they are not ready for certain truth. You tell them the truth, they get offended. Because they are not ready for it. They are not ready to adjust. Especially those that never have had fatherhood. If you develop a life without a father, your resistance to rebuke, correction, is very tainted. Because father figure rebukes, correct, chastise, and encourages. So when you have men that have grown up without these fatherhood qualities in their upbringing, you see them that they have a problem. When they do something, you tell them, then they shy you away. It's not because they hate you. It's because they are not ready to adjust. I mean, can it you are? Those listen to us on internet, please forgive me. The person say, you say, Sintibia told the bad dear, name of the name of Subaban won't be. Which means, say, we are there, who be to be sent to be super two centuria. Not ye. Only Pabia Noa, Nene J. Sintibia told. And this whole person, I may thank for so boa be a quamau as ye name a mawa, also share quaya before so on to tunk of Wobis in Tidia. It sounds out to Thomas in Tidia, on but to Tupunumu. The also Yama no Munya. And Tinisa almost in Tidia Tobiba. Sintidia Tono says, so be a din the one mount na Wama Wayinama. We didn't want to soon now Wayinama. Obi aye o papa na wode ne papa no wode ne twitwi fom. Obi aye wadoye na wankyere ni so ankyere no. Obi aye ade o senka wo utimi danase e wo bedwam na wan danase. Obi aye ade a efata se wo betumi abona baso na wan wona baso. Sane mo ne ma no wo ni obi aye agreement na bredu so wo ye wa fam de no wo buani aguso. Sanse wo ye Kristo ni. To sunny pension to the next time no are close on the door. And Yina was so no bombay. Yami Peso Phobi so bow, what Jumam Yam Peso Phobi, what Jumam bow, or Bushon Peso Phobi, or Bushon, but what to listen to the antenna, what catch him.